Let's start with a confession. If you clicked because you saw a headline screaming about a celebrity's storage unit and thought, wait, what? You're not alone. Before we continue, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for updates. Because in 2025, nothing travels faster than a shocking headline, especially when it contains three irresistible ingredients: a global name, a sealed space, a phrase so extreme your brain has to know more. That's exactly how the headline spread. 5 minutes ago, they opened Meghan Markle's storage unit in California. What's inside changes everything. Corpses lying on the floor. Before we go any further, let's be very clear and responsible. There is no verified report, no police record, no credible source, and no evidence that anything remotely criminal or graphic occurred. The phrase circulating online is hyperbolic clickbait, widely understood in internet culture as metaphor, misinformation, or deliberate exaggeration designed to provoke outrage and curiosity. So why did it explode anyway? Because this story isn't really about a storage unit. It's about how rumors work, how celebrity mythology forms, and how the internet rewards shock over sense. And once you understand that, everything actually does change, just not in the way the headline suggests. The psychology of the sealed door. Why storage units fascinate us. There's something oddly magnetic about a locked space. A diary, a safe, a storage unit. Humans are hardwired to wonder what's hidden. And when the owner is a public figure, especially one as polarizing as Meghan Markle, the curiosity multiplies. A storage unit represents the past you didn't curate, the things you didn't want seen, the life before the brand. And in Hollywood, storage units are everywhere. Actors use them constantly, during moves, between productions, after divorces, while downsizing or relocating internationally. This is not suspicious. It's normal. But when a celebrity storage unit becomes part of a headline, the imagination runs wild. Why? Because people believe truth hides in the unpolished spaces. And that belief is where rumor finds oxygen. Where did the corpses language come from? Here's the surprising and revealing truth. The word corpses did not originate from any official report. It emerged from comment sections, reaction videos, meme culture, algorithm-driven exaggeration. In internet slang, especially in gossip and drama circles, corpses is often used metaphorically to mean dead careers, failed projects, buried secrets, reputational damage, skeletons in the closet taken to an extreme. In other words, the phrase was never literal, but it sounds literal enough to trigger panic and clicks. And that's the point. Shock language hijacks attention before logic has time to intervene. What actually happens when a celebrity storage unit is accessed? Let's ground this story in reality. When a storage unit belonging to a high-profile individual is opened, it's usually for mundane reasons. Contract expiration, non-payment, rare for celebrities, but possible. Authorized retrieval by representatives. Inventory consolidation. The contents typically include old furniture, wardrobe pieces, archived documents, memorabilia, production materials, personal items not needed daily, not mysteries, not crimes, just life. So why do people assume otherwise? Because familiarity breeds boredom, but mystery sells. Meghan Markle and the myth of the hidden truth. Meghan Markle occupies a unique cultural space. She's not just famous. She's symbolic. To supporters, she represents speaking up, leaving restrictive systems, rewriting personal narratives. To critics, she represents unearned visibility, media manipulation, image over substance. That polarization creates a perfect storm for rumor. When someone already believes there's a real story being hidden, any sealed space becomes proof. A storage unit becomes a metaphorical vault of secrets. And the internet fills in the blanks, loudly. How extreme headlines are engineered and why they work. Let's pull the curtain back. Sensational headlines follow a formula. Time urgency. 5 minutes ago. Authority implication. They opened. Moral shock. Extreme language. Promise of revelation. Changes everything. Your brain reacts before your skepticism does. This isn't accidental. It's algorithmic survival. Platforms reward. Click-through rates. Watch time, emotional reactions, shares driven by outrage or disbelief. Accuracy comes last, if at all. And once a headline starts trending, others copy it, amplify it, and escalate the language further to compete. That's how metaphors turn into perceived facts. The visual trap, how people see what isn't there. Here's another layer most people miss. When audiences imagine a storage unit opening, they don't imagine boxes and lamps. They imagine dim lighting, dust, chaotic piles, evidence. Our brains fill the space with drama because we've been trained by movies, documentaries, and crime shows. Visual storytelling primes us to expect revelation. So even without images, people see something shocking. And once they see it, they believe it. Why Meghan Markle headlines are especially vulnerable to escalation. Some celebrities get rumors. Others get mythology. Meghan gets mythology because her life story already contains royal departure, media conflict, lawsuits, silence followed by statements, control over narrative. That makes audiences suspect there's always more. So when a storage unit becomes the subject, it's treated not as logistics, but as lore. And lore doesn't care about facts. What's inside changes everything. Does it? Let's address the core promise. Did anything change everything? No. There was no verified discovery, no legal action, no credible confirmation, no reputable outlet reporting anything unusual. What did change was something subtler, but more important. People were reminded how easily they can be pulled into a story built on suggestion alone. And that realization is powerful, if you let it be. Actionable aha moment number 1. How to spot viral misinformation instantly. Next time you see a headline like this, ask yourself, is there a primary source? Is the language emotionally extreme? Is there urgency without evidence? Are reputable outlets silent? If yes to all 4, pause. You don't need to debunk everything. You just need to not amplify it. Actionable aha moment number 2. Why curiosity isn't the enemy. Uncritical sharing is. Curiosity is human. Sharing without checking is optional. Before reposting, ask, am I reacting or informing? Would I believe this about someone I like? What emotion is this trying to trigger? That pause is power. The real bodies the internet keeps digging up. If we're going to be honest, the only things repeatedly dragged out in stories like this are old controversies, recycled grievances, stale narratives. These aren't secrets. They're echoes. And the internet keeps resurrecting them because outrage is renewable energy. Why this story keeps reappearing in different forms. Today it's a storage unit. Yesterday it was leaked texts. Tomorrow it will be a secret recording. The pattern stays the same. Because unresolved public fascination doesn't need new facts, it needs new packaging. And Meghan Markle, fairly or unfairly, remains one of the most marketable packages in modern celebrity culture. What this teaches us about attention economics. Attention is currency. Outrage is interest. Silence is expensive. And the more controversial a figure is, the easier it is to monetize speculation around them. That doesn't mean the stories are true. It means they're profitable. So, what should we take away from this? Not fear, not belief, not dismissal, but awareness. Awareness that headlines are designed to bypass logic. Metaphors get mistaken for facts. Curiosity deserves skepticism. Sharing is endorsement, whether we mean it or not. Final thoughts, and your turn. The storage unit story didn't reveal a hidden crime. It revealed something far more important. How quickly we fill silence with suspicion. How easily language manipulates imagination. How fame turns ordinary logistics into legend. So here's the real question for you. What do you do the next time a headline screams for your attention? Do you click and react? Or pause and question?